In our previous class, we have already discussed about structure of kidney in detail. Today, we will be discussing about nephron. Nephron, also referred to as functional and structural unit of kidney. First, why is it referred to as a structural unit of kidney? Because kidney is made up of million of long, fine, coiled tubes called nephron. That means it gives a structure to the kidney. Functional, because main function of the kidney is to remove metabolic waste, and that is performed by nephron. That's why nephron is referred to as both structural as well as functional unit of kidney. Next, we will be discussing in detail about the structure of nephron. The figure that you see here represents the structure of nephron. The structure of nephron can be differentiated into two parts, that is renal corpuscle or Malpighian body and renal tubule. First, we will be discussing about the different parts that falls under renal corpuscle. The cup-shaped structure that you see here is referred to as Bowman's capsule. This cup-shaped structure, just the cup-shaped structure, is referred to as Bowman's capsule. And this knot of capillaries which is present on Bowman's capsule is known as glomerulus. Understood? The knot-shaped structure is referred to as glomerulus and the cup-shaped structure is referred to as Bowman's capsule. Now, when we take this glomerulus and Bowman's capsule together, it is referred to as Malpighian body or renal corpuscle. The function of this Malpighian body is ultrafiltration, about which we will be dealing in detail while studying about urine formation. The second part, that is renal tubule. Under renal tubule, the part which falls are proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Phenol, distal convoluted tubule. Proximal means near, convoluted means this zigzag like structure. So, the convoluted tubule which is present near the Bowman's capsule is referred to as proximal convoluted tubule. The function of this particular part is reabsorption, which we will be dealing in detail in our next topic. Then you have loop of Phenol. Under loop of Phenol, this can be differentiated into two parts. The tube which is descending downwards is known as descending limb of loop of Phenol, and the one which is ascending upward is known as ascending limb of loop of Phenol. Now, from the juncture of ascending loop of Phenol, you can see one more convoluted tubule. This is referred to as distal convoluted tubule. Now, since this is distal means far, so since this tubule is far away from Bowman's capsule, that is why it is referred to as distal convoluted tubule. The function of loop of Phenol is mainly to absorb water from nephric filtrate And the function of distillated convoluted tubule is to perform tubular secretion, about which we will be referring in our next topic. Now, after the filtrate reaches this, nephric filtrate reaches this distal convoluted tubule, then it is poured on to collecting tubule. Now, this collecting tubule is linked to million other nephrons too, such as proximal convoluted tubule, Malpighian body, distal convoluted tubule, lies on the cortex region of a kidney, whereas structure such as loop of Phenol collecting duct lies on the medulla region of the kidney. The pyramid-like structure that you see on the medulla region is because of the presence of collecting duct. Next, we will be discussing in detail about different arteries and veins which supplies blood to the kidney. Kidney receives blood by a pair of renal arteries that arises from dorsal aorta. These renal arteries, before entering the Bowman's capsule, first divides into small arteries, also referred to as arterioles. The arteriole entering the Bowman's capsule, the arteriole which is entering the Bowman's capsule is referred to as efferent arteriole. And after it has entered the Bowman capsule, this arteriole further divides into a knot of capillaries known as glomerulus, and the arteriole which leaves the Bowman capsule is referred to as efferent arteriole. So the one entering is known as efferent arteriole, the one leaving is known as efferent arteriole. After efferent arteriole comes out of the Bowman's capsule, it further divides and forms a second capillary system called Peritubular Capillary. So this efferent arteriole, after coming out of the Bowman's capsule, further branches into a network of capillaries, also referred to as peritubular capillary. Now these peritubular capillaries further forms renal vanules and then joins renal vein. Now this renal vein again takes the blood back to the heart. In our next class, keeping in view the different parts of the nephron and its function, we will be discussing about the process of formation of urine. So I request you people to again go in detail about the structure of kidney and nephron, so that it becomes easier for you to understand the process of formation of urine in your next class. Thank you.